So let's do this. Imagine I am holding a deck of cards, and you select a card from my hands.
Okay.
Don't tell me what kind of card it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess what kind of card because I have magical powers. All right. Do you have the card in your head?
Yes.
All right. Is it the 5 of spades?
It is.
Was it really?
No.
What? Okay. What suit was it?
It was an ace.
Of what?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Hearts.
All right. Let's go to the Ace of Hearts then. I was gonna say if I actually got it, that would have been really fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to prank you.
I appreciate that greatly. I love a good prank. All right. So, the Ace of Hearts was, what are 3 things you would like to be doing in 3 years?
Dang. So, am I supposed to answer this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. You're throwing it back at me. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in 3 years, 3 things I want to be doing is being a medical assistant.
Woo!
I want to be living either on my own or with my boyfriend.
Woo!
And the last thing, I want to complete this podcast and have many more episodes of other podcasts done.
Woo!
That's my big thing right now.
I love those 3 things for you.
Thank you.
You are already better at this podcasting thing than I was. I tried to have a podcast. It did not go well because it ended up with me just kind of yelling about Ronald Reagan.
That sounds awesome, though.
Yeah, but it went on a little too long. There's only so long you can yell about Ronald Reagan until it's like, wait, just get past this, please.
True.
So you are already doing better than I am.
Thank you.
And honestly, the pranking me with what cards you have, that just goes to show it. That goes to show it. Because you knew exactly what to do in that situation to make it funny. And that bodes very well for your podcasting career. It's thinking on your feet. It is interacting with your guests. It is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. I'm going to hold out the cards to you again.
Okay.
And I want you to pick a card that is not the 5 of spades.
Okay.
I want you to think about how it's not the 5 of spades so much. Just think about that. Think about your card and how it's not the 5 of spades.
Okay.
Okay. When I say the word card, I want you to tell me what the first card you think of is.
Okay.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Card.
Jack of 6.
Excellent. Wait, Jack of 6?
Is that not a thing?
No. Those are 2 different suits.
You're right.
They do have extra questions though, so I'm just gonna
just pick one for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the 6th extra question.
Okay.
If you could spend one whole day with your best friend, what would you like to do?
One whole day with my best friend. I would love to go to a small city and walk around shops.
Which city?
I have one in mind, but it's cursed.
You say it.
It's Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
I would love to go to Gettysburg and like go to like coffee shops and like the cemetery and maybe like a ghost tour and then bars.
Is it wrong that like I know exactly which places you should go to?
No, that's perfectly reasonable considering you lived there.
Yeah, for a whole 4 years, even if I technically couldn't go anywhere for
for like 2 of them.
Year of that. But I would say the other 3 years that I was there kind of make up for that.
Well, you'll have to tell me where I should go after the recording.
Absolutely. I'm not just gonna dox everybody in Gettysburg. But all right. So I want you to think of another card.
I think you should think of one for me.
All right. I'm thinking of a card.
I'm drawing blanks.
All right. I'll think of more cards.
Okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, the cards I'm thinking of are these, like, friggin' Star Wars cards that my brother used to have.
Aww.
We would try to, like, play games with them, but we didn't know how to play the game. And so we would play war, but we would just throw the cards at each other.
That sounds awesome.
In retrospect, my parents are like, I'm thinking about how my parents were always like, you and your brother always got along so well compared to other kids, and you didn't fight. You just played games with each other. And in retrospect, so many of those games were just us throwing things at each other.
And lovingly, though.
Yes. I was going to say, it wasn't like, we weren't, like, fighting, like, aggressively. It was just kind of, like, I fully had his permission to throw things at him.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. All right. So, the card I have selected for you is, I'm going to go with the Jack of Spades.
Okay.
I think that's what this is. I hope this is a spade. Yes, it is. Okay. So it says, what freedom do you value the most?
That is a really good question.
Yeah, the runner-up was, interestingly enough, the Five of Spades that I kept on joking
about.
But this one is not that one. I've decided that would be too corny if I asked that one, even if it was a good question.
Okay.
So Jack of Spades it is. What freedom do you value the most?
Wow. Probably the freedom of speech. The freedom to speak out against your leaders, speak out against anyone. Yeah, it just everything that freedom of speech brings, like, with it, though it has its drawbacks, I think it's also the most important freedom we have. That's my answer. Yeah.
That is an excellent, excellent answer.
Thank you.
Follow-up question about that. If you would, I'd like you to speak out against something. It can be a serious thing. It can be a ridiculous thing.
Okay.
Just speak out against something right this second. Get on your soapbox. Again, it can be just a regular old soapbox that is, like, sturdy and strong and important. I don't know how to make this metaphor work without
I know what you mean.
Crazy. Or, like, it could be a box filled with just, like, those soaps with little dinosaurs in them. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, like, yeah, the little pills.
Yes.
That expand.
It could be a box filled with that. It doesn't matter what kind of soap is in that box.
Okay.
What matters is you're standing on the soapbox.
Okay. I'm standing. Just got up there.
Yep.
All right. Something I want to speak out against. I can't really think of anything silly, so it'll be serious. Is war of all kinds in this age of 2025. Every war, genocide, and famine that we're facing, the famines that are caused by other people, are just absolutely disgraceful. And if I could make them end in a snap of a finger, I absolutely would.
That is the most important thing. Congratulations. Like, there wasn't a correct answer to that, but that's the correct answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's kind of the least political I get, because I don't think that is a political statement. I think that's a humanitarian statement.
I would very much agree with you on that. That was something I was thinking about when I was answering my question earlier about, like, who encourages me.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, the reason that I was able to get that kind of encouragement and, like, truly register it and truly do anything with it was because I have the privilege of not just, like, not worrying so much about my survival, not really worrying at all about my survival. Growing up, I had my own trouble. Like, I had my troubles with autism, my prognosis with it, in terms of, like, social ability wasn't great. But I do want to put that in perspective and say that I wasn't living in the middle of a genocide or a famine like the ones that are going on right now. Like, Palestine, like Sudan, like Congo. Like I wasn't living in that kind of conflict. I wasn't experiencing homelessness. Like I always had a place to sleep. I had what I needed to be successful despite my difficulties. And it was a matter of luck that my family didn't have to face those things, because I truly, ultimately, because you can't control where you're born, ultimately you can't control how wealthy, what kind of wealth you're born into. You can't control where you're born. Because of that, I really do think it's a game of luck. And I was born with the luck to dodge some of these great difficulties. I could not imagine being an autistic child in a place where a genocide or a famine is going on, because I had my communication difficulties, even in my like privileged area of society that I was in. And I didn't grow up a wealthy person. I grew up pretty solidly, like lower middle class to middle class. But I grew up eventually, like I had my communication difficulties. I cannot imagine, first of all, being a child in a time of genocide, in a time of famine, and feeling like you can't even communicate. Those other bare necessities of life have been removed from you. And like that's another aspect of life, one that I value so greatly. I mean, as a writer, my ability to communicate, to not have that, or to have that only in a limited capacity, like that's another thing that they don't have. And they might not have the resources to do anything about it, because they're just trying to survive. And like they can't even think about that kind of difficulty because they're just trying to survive. But I almost because it's just how humans work. I know that there are kids who are born with those disabilities who have to go through genocide and famine. And like it doesn't even register on their list of suffering because there's so much else going on. I'm thinking of kids here in the U.S. who experience extreme poverty, who were born in the very country that I was, and who don't have time to worry about that, who don't have the energy or the money to worry about that. Yeah, no. What you bringing that up is so important.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I know I was goofing off kind of with this.
Yeah, but
no, I
know.
But you did kind of bring that in. And I mean, I think when it comes to media, and I mean, this is something you've always been very good at, specifically as a person, being able to balance the goofiness with a genuine earnestness, with a genuine desire to make the world a better place and make your life a better life, and to make the lives of the people around you a better life. You've always been able to do that. And for as long as I've known you, and you're a fantastic communicator.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That means a lot to me. So are you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording here. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
Remember how lucky you are, and if there's something that makes you feel unlucky, fight for it.
Wonderful. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Sam.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me on the pod.
Of course. Thanks for being on the pod.
Of course.